Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of On the Needle. My ring light is tripping, so today I'm just using natural lights in my place, and hopefully, you all can still see me pretty well. But today I skipped last week because I was traveling, and so now I'm back on it. And I had to go through my videos and reviews because I really thought I had had reviewed this artist before, and artist pun intended. um, but I hadn't, and I was really shocked because I have about five vinyls, I believe, from Prince. But this one I found at Best Buy. It was actually one of the first vinyls I purchased, or when I say first, I kind of think of them in batches or stages. So it was one of the first 50. So not exactly the first. But I love these picture disc vinyls. They don't really have, the packaging, but it's usually just the track listing and the album. Of course, is the pictures that you can see. This is Purple Rain, the cover there. So let's get into, and of course, I'm not really big on sales, so sales aren't everything to me. But this album is such a classic. It's probably, I would think it's the highest selling album that Prince has done, I would say. Over 25 million copies sold worldwide. It's a diamond album, which means just in the US alone, it sold over 10 million copies. I'm sure the numbers probably need to be updated because I'm sure it's even way past that now. But and I just want to say this too, just a little tangent real quick. Prince is one of my favorite artists, and I really feel like his presence is so missed in music today, even though he wasn't on the charts to the level that he was, during the Purple Rain time. And but his music was always interesting. It was always fresh and innovative, and I think that's evident by how so many different artists today sample and kind of take from his style a little bit. And I hate when people say "gone too soon" because, and I get it, I understand it, but um, his loss is felt. I will say that because what is too soon or what is too long, or when you're talking about somebody's life, it just, I don't understand gone too soon. But I digress. Let's get into this track listing. This is one of the, in my opinion, greatest track listings of an album of all time. When you talk about just the sequencing, the number of tracks. I tend to favor albums that have 10 or so, between 10 and 15 tracks. I think a lot of times that I mentioned this on here before, once you get past 15, you really, really got to have some special sauce to make that thing a no skip in my book. So, side one, we have Let's Go Crazy, which was a big hit. Take Me With You. I love that song. Beautiful Ones. That one Mariah Carey redid with Drew Hill on her Butterfly album. It was pretty good. I liked it. I can't say it was better than the original, but I would say it was almost equally as good. Um, the yelps and yells at the end from Cisco were just a little bit too much for me. But that's just my opinion. And I like Drew Hill, so that's not a jab at them, but it turned the rating down a notch for me on that song. um, Computer Blue, I'd say that's one of the deep cuts. I feel like a lot of people don't really know that one unless you were a fan of this album. Darling Nikki. Funny thing, so I have an ex girlfriend who her name was, well, Nicole, but I always called her Nikki. And the funny thing is, her mom said that because of this song, she did not want to name her Nikki. She thought of saying Nikki at first, but she did not want to name her Nikki, so she decided on Nicole. So that's some influence right there. When Prince got you reconsidering what you're gonna name your kids, that's pretty big. But so When Doves Cry, of course, that was a hit. I Would Die for You, really big hit. Baby, I'm a Star. That one's kind of like a deep cut too, but I feel like out of all the tracks on here, Computer Blue is the one that's the deepest of the deep cuts. And then, of course, you have Purple Rain. Now, this is maybe an unpopular opinion. I don't like Purple Rain that much, y'all. I'm not gonna say that too loud. That's why I whispered it. But I get it. It's a it's a beautiful song, but it wouldn't make top 10, or maybe not even top 20 Prince songs for me. That's just me. Now, several of these other songs on here would. Um, but Purple Rain is probably his biggest song. Um, it was huge, great timing, went with the movie. I get it, but it just wasn't my favorite. But I do love this album. I do love picture disc vinyls. Say that 5 times fast. Woo. And let me know what you think about this album, what you think about Prince as an artist. Is Purple Rain your favorite album of his if you are a fan? If not, what is your favorite? Let me know. Leave it in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime I upload content. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. Peace.